Hi, everyone. My name is Vivian Benishek. I am the Director of Public Relations for the Warlords. And today we are launching off our mini interviews with some amazing women on our team. It is Women's History Month, right? This year. So we're celebrating and we want to really highlight the achievements and accomplishments of the amazing girls on our team. So we're going to start off with someone that I think is just amazing. She's such a bright and intelligent person. And please help me in welcoming Izzy Polsfuss. Hi, Izzy.
Hi, Vivian. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. Do you want to maybe just like share a little bit about name, age, grade, and like what you do on the team?
Of course, yeah. So I'm 18, a senior on the team. I've been on robotics since my freshman year, and I'm the build department head.
Perfect. Okay, well, welcome. So let's just like jump right into it. So can you describe us or walk us through that moment when you first became interested in STEM? Like what stood out?
Yeah, I mean, I've loved STEM since I was little, and I spoke to my second grade class, like in like bright pink scrubs, like how talking about like how I wanted to be a doctor one day. But I think one of my first memorable moments immersing myself in STEM was when I joined robotics freshman year and learned the various fabrication techniques we employ in our shop. Lathe 101 was my first class, and I had joined kind of hesitantly, but like it was this course that solidified my decision to stay in robotics and commit to the build department. I practiced on the machine for hours. And I was really fascinated with how things are both designed and manufactured and how complex systems come together and starting with like these small pieces with dimensions down to the thousands place.
Oh my gosh. Well, more than I was doing when I was, that age. But okay, cool. So tell me, what does gender diversity or like, equal opportunity of the sexes in STEM professions, what does that mean to you or look like?
Yeah, so to me, gender diversity and equal opportunity of the sexes in STEM means having twice as many voices and ideas. Like helping getting women involved in STEM is an issue I'm extremely passionate about because STEM requires constant innovation and ultimately like industry, academia, the scientific community as a whole benefits from infusing new perspectives, ultimately leading to like just better solutions.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah. So, kind of jumping off on that, how can we help young girls, especially girls that maybe don't have access to these programs, maybe girls of color? How can we help them have, not only opportunities, but confidence, like have that drive to pursue something in STEM?
Yeah, I think the first step to helping young girls, especially those of color, those in underprivileged communities, like have just more confidence in their STEM abilities is continued exposure and encouragement. At least through WOW, I've noticed a huge growth in our female population during my time on the team. Like when I started, there was really only like one main senior who's involved in our shop efforts, and she said it was really kind of just her for a while. And obviously now, as I've progressed and become exposed to different things, I've noticed that there have been a growth. There's been a massive growth of girls in multiple main leadership positions, and our shop has a lot more gender diversity. And I think doing things like Wow Shop Nights, where upperclassmen train younger members in fun team bonding activities and get them exposure to our various machines and operations, has made girls of all departments come into that space and be a lot more confident. And I think a similar strategy can just be applied to our broader community, like doing STEM outreach events with girls, especially those at a young age, because it's important to start STEM education early, can be really effective for getting them excited and more confident in the subject area.
Sounds great. Yeah. So I think something else that I want to now talk about is a quote, and I'm going to have you react to it. So for our audience, this was a quote said by Barbara McClintock, and she was an American scientist who was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine in 1983. So she said the following: "If you know you are on the right track, if you have this inner knowledge, then nobody can turn you off, no matter what they say." So, how have you seen kind of this mentality or philosophy play out in your own experiences in STEM?
Yeah, I absolutely love this quote. I think it just shows how a passion for STEM can be extraordinarily powerful.
Mm.
I've met so many incredibly strong women in STEM during my time on the team. Like they've never let their voices be silenced, and they've stood up for what they believe in. Like when they know they're on the right track, they have this inner knowledge. For example, like I think at pit in a pit at competitions, the stakes can be kind of high, and it's a tense environment because we want to perform well. Everyone wants a chance working on the robot, but we've had some fantastic female members and leaders that make sure that their opinions are heard and like the guys don't just dominate the conversation. It's an equal playing field. So I think this quote is just empowering because it shows, though women in STEM have maybe been in the minority in the past, like that is obviously changing, and like women are just a powerful force to reckon with for sure.
Exactly. So we are like making progress, and we obviously have our WOW, which is like such a huge force on the team and at Parker. So just like a last thing, if we have any, incoming freshmen that are coming, any girls, what advice would you give to them if they are curious about robotics and really want to jump into that in high school?
Join. Don't hesitate to try it out.
Right.
Um, for me, I wasn't sure about robotics right away. Like, I kind of just signed up with some friends. I was like, oh, I'll show up to a few meetings, but I fell in love with the culture and just all the amazing things we accomplished on our team. And we have a lot of trainings like in the beginning of the season, so members can get exposed to anything they want. So from machining to working with CAD to programming to media, there's something for everyone. So incoming freshman girls, definitely talk to anyone they may know in the upper school. I'm always available to talk. I love talking about robotics, and they can feel free to ask any questions. We'd be happy to have them.
That sounds great. And I love talking about robotics too. That makes two of us. Well,
Yeah,
yeah. So thank you so much for joining me here today. And obviously, thank you for your work. You're going to be really badly missed next year. I'm sure all the seniors are, especially our girls. So thank you so much. And yeah, thanks for joining me here today.
thanks so much for having me.